Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. If you are new here, I'm Amber, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you find this reading, it most likely will resonate. It's going to be a first house reading. If you want to find out more about the first house, you can click the link below and check out the announcement video. I don't want to get into that too much here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, especially if this reading resonates with you. I appreciate it. If you want to book a personal reading, you can do that on my website. That link is also down below in the description box. Aquarius. I'll be honest, I feel like something is weighing you down. It's either you or whoever you are possibly connected to. I started feeling really heavy in my heart space and even in like my solar plexus and my gut. Like you're maybe ignoring your intuition about doing something, about someone, about taking some type of action. I definitely feel like there is a bit of a lack of courage. There could be a Leo of some sort of significance, of course. That's your 7th house. You guys tend to attract Leos. But there's definitely like something at your core that seems really, really heavy, okay? But we're going to go ahead and get into it. Holy Spirit, guardian angels, my beloved ancestors, thank you for allowing me to be the vessel for Aquarius to give them messages for their highest good and their highest good only. Okay, I think I started with the other ones. Spirit, what is the strongest message for Aquarius? Okay. Resilience. Beautiful. So this says rise above tribulations. There's very much so a full moon energy here, which also is validating that there's something that needs to be released, and that could come, let me see if this is bright enough. I have to get this lighting together, y'all, because sometimes it looks too bright and then sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so yeah, this full moon energy, there's definitely some type of release, and I don't know if that's like a conversation that needs to be had or something of that nature. Some of you guys too, a Virgo could be of some sort of significance. It could be someone along the Virgo Leo Virgo cusp. I feel like there's an energy of needing to come off of a high horse. Oh, this is interesting. This is kind of like a Cinderella type energy. She's missing one of her shoes. And this looks to be like a fairy godmother or something. Okay, interesting. The external energy is new beginnings. So you have a phoenix rising here. This says begin your new life. Wow. And then you have the sun and the moon here. So even though this is a first house reading, I have a feeling that for a lot of you guys, this is most likely going to resonate in your 7th. Which doesn't matter, 1st and 7th house. The 1st house is primarily about what it is that you're actually seeing, what others are seeing in you, of a situation. It's about your outer self versus your emotions, etc., etc. So anyway, with that being said, let's see what the influence is. Spirit, what is the influence of this being here for Aquarius? Ooh, so you have Aquarius here in reverse. So again, an external energy, you have ascendant, which is the 1st house. So this kind of lets me know that there might be a heavy cross-watcher energy for one. That's a possibility. But you're definitely feeling like out of body, feeling uncomfortable, not feeling of yourself. I get a vibe too that where you might want to be detached from a particular situation, you can't help but to be drawn to it. Like when I'm looking at this resilience and new beginnings, it's like something does need to be addressed. Something that you need to dig deep and use like your passion, your fire, etc. in order to get something done, to reach someone, to come to some type of conclusion. But you seem to be trying to run off. I also feel an energy like with the, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so this this Cinderella energy actually, it's making a little bit more sense. Because, I mean, the story of Cinderella, she starts off as the stepchild, right? The ugly duckling, however you want to call it. And for like one night, she is able to experience some level of like regalness. And it seems like you may have gotten a taste of that. Some of you guys are in this feeling of thinking it's too good to be true and you're running from it. Others of you, people in your external energy, friends, family, whatever the case may be, your tribe, your community, are trying to bring you back into an energy that you have already culminated or graduated from. This is very much so about accepting keys to the kingdom. That's very much so like the vibe that I get here. All right, let's see. Spirit, show me Aquarius situation, please. The Magician. Yeah. Feeling rather alone. There's a Four of Wands energy in this. So definitely, again, heavy emphasis on some type of new beginning, a new chapter, a new position, some type of rank or hierarchy, or some type of system that, I don't know, it's like you have climbed up to another level or something of that nature. Yeah, externally you have victory. But there's something that requires, whatever this is, it requires a release. Some of you guys, it could literally be a release of some type of project, some type of music, art, whatever the case may be, something that you used, like your intellect, your passion, your and it's like an endeavor that you need to release. I don't know how else to say it. Tell me more about the Magician being here. You know, the Magician is about mastering the art of manifestation. And for those of you who haven't mastered the art of manifestation, that is the art of creating your own reality, thinking and believing and then seeing and achieving. And I feel like you're in some level of a threshold between achieving and receiving, but you've been thinking that something that may have seemed to be a bit of a fairy tale or a fantasy, you've most recently gotten some type of indication that it could definitely be a reality, but now it has you stagnated. And it's interesting because it's not like stagnation in a bad way. It's like an incubation period, like sitting in an egg and waiting until you're fully developed before coming outside of your shell. Okay. Tell me more about the Magician, please, for Aquarius. The Three of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so, well, the Three of Swords, this is Moon in Libra, so you could definitely be all in your feels, okay? It could definitely have a lot to do with a breakup of some sort or separation of that fashion, some level of sorrow, but I mostly feel like this is some type of shedding. And for some of you guys, you're shedding individuals that have been in your immediate environment, maybe for quite some time. And when I say quite some time, like this could be best friends, childhood friends, close family members, or whatever the case may be. There's a bit of like waste here that you're assessing. Externally, the Six of Swords. Yeah, you're coming into some space of clarity about, I get your immediate environment. Tell me one more thing about the Magician being here for Aquarius, please, with the Three of Swords. Tell me one more thing. Okay. Well, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so for those of you that are returning to my channel, then you probably watched the announcement last month. This channel is fully converted to Vedic astrology now. It does not mean that you can't watch the readings for your Western placements, But when I talk about astrological transits and things of that nature, it will be directly related to Vedic astrology, the actual placement of the planets. Now, in Western astrology, Jupiter and Saturn both moved into Aquarius. But in actuality, the actual placement of those planets is still Capricorn. And if I'm not mistaken, Jupiter is not actually going to move into your sign until November of 2021. Okay, so you may be in a bit of your Saturn return. You may start to feel like, yeah, this is definitely kind of like a Jupiter energy. It's like right before Jupiter is about to transition, it gets really uncomfortable. That's our biggest planet, the most benefic planet. And so, like I said, I feel like you have started to see the disadvantages of something, but only because you got some type of a preview of the advantages of something else. Okay, really intense, Aquarius. Tell me about the Magician, please. Surprise. Yeah, look at that. This is typically my card of major transits. If you know, the way that if you ask me, this card embodies big planet transits. Okay, it says in a way that you wouldn't expect, a gift from the universe, intense twist of fate, eclipse news. Yes, definitely some level or element of a surprise, either being alone, needing to be alone, just something has you outside of your normal self or normal routine right now. Tell me about the Three of Swords being here, Spirit. And you got two. So you have mayhem, which is about your manifestation actually taking place, which I just told you that. And you have the Magician here, definitely something coming into fruition. It says current issue reveals past wound, spiritual growth, hang tight. And then it says heart-mind union, harmony of the heart, joy or vision with the mind, plan or action, faster manifestation, highest vibration. Now, externally, you have future you now. You're already that person, deserving. You have arrived, bucket list, achieving your dream. Top of the deck, you have challenge, okay, which this is typically my Saturn card. Yeah, you're very much so being affected by some of the planetary things that are going on in the sky. Can you still see? Oh, see, that's too bright. I'm glad I checked. There we go. All right, tell me about the Wheel of Fortune being an issue, a blockage here. Perspective. Yeah, this is definitely a Saturn type of influence here. And it came back out. Now it's on the bottom of the deck. You're gaining some type of clarity. Definitely seeing the other side to something before you actually make it to the other side, you know. If I could relate it to anything, it's kind of like looking at Google Maps. I know this probably is going off on a deep end, it seems like. But it's like if you want to go somewhere. So you put the address in, right? Which has a lot to do with the energy of, I'm giving you a real life example of how this energy feels to me. So you want to go somewhere, you have some type of destiny. You have some type of destination. There's something that you plan to achieve. You're planning to arrive at some type of conclusion, an actual place, some type of reward or accolade or something of that nature. That's your intention, or that's the intention that you set out, at least here with the Magician. And with surprise, it's like when you go on Google Maps and you kind of can see the photo of something, or you look at the like satellite images of something, and you're like, oh, that looks cool, you know, even if it's like an amusement park or a museum or something like that. Like, you did all the research, you looked at it online, you know what I mean, you printed out the features and, you know, really did your research about something. Magician with Three of Swords, like you really went deep into something. And you may have experienced a couple of detours, or you were late, you know, or the GPS kind of led you in the wrong direction temporarily. But this is a vibe of like you getting back on the right track with the Wheel of Fortune. It hasn't happened yet, but you're in the process of getting back on the right track. And what perspective, clarifying this Wheel of Fortune being the blockage, you arriving or actually getting there is a bit of the problem here. It's interesting. I kind of pick up a Gemini vibe too. Here, a lot of air energy. I mean, it's your reading, but aside from just Aquarian energy, there's a lot of air dynamic here overall. All right. What is Aquarius' point of view of this situation here? What is their point of view of this? The Three of Wands. Yeah, this is taking virtue. It's taking patience for something to begin. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And I told you there was a Four of Wands energy in this Magician card. You're waiting on some type of position to change. Possibly some of you guys are waiting for Jupiter to move or waiting on Saturn to move or something of that nature. I keep seeing stairs, ladders, definitely some type of elevation that you're seeking. Something may have caught you off guard most recently. Definitely a fire sign could be of some sort of significance, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Why would this be Aquarius' point of view of their situation with the Three of Wands? Why? The Four of Cups. Yeah, this goes back to like coming into some type of realization, like whatever relationships, friendships, connections, or whatever the case may be, you're bored with something. You're bored with something, you realize that something is not of the same caliber of you, and I particularly feel like it's because you've gone through some type of growth or change, right? Tell me, other people that are involved with this situation, how do they view it? The Nine of Wands. Yeah, you could be coming off very, very detached. A lot of Sagittarius energy here. Somebody may be thinking that you're being a little bit over ambitious about something. Yeah, risky. You have the Prince of Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck, the day trader. Clearly, right? This is someone who works on the stock market or plays with money or whatever. It may not even just be playing with money. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles also. Yeah, look at this. This is a gambling type of energy. Definitely you've decided to take some type of risk. Eight of Pentacles with the Two of Swords. I don't think that this is the first time that you've taken a risk in this particular direction. But I think that you're going to be getting some surprising news this time around. Tell me one more thing. There's definitely a waiting period here. With the Wheel of Fortune being a blockage, how you're viewing this is the Three of Wands with the Four of Cups. Like you maybe are starting to feel rather rejected, or like something isn't going to work out because it's taking a while. And I feel like that's an influence of Saturn here with this situation. Tell me more about the Nine of Wands being the Princess of Pentacles. The kindergarten teacher. This is interesting because immediately when this came out, I got a vibe that like somebody's waiting on you to arrive, or somebody's waiting on you to learn your lesson. Again, a Saturn energy. In a moment, I'm going to find out what the universe's point of view of this is, and most likely we're going to find out exactly how Saturn's playing a part. Tell me about the Nine of Wands with the Princess of Pentacles here. Tell me about the Serenity. Yeah, you're not at peace. Somebody realizes that. Like somebody can get like there's something annoying you. Excuse me. Bottom of the deck, you have igniting the exciting, finding your soul's purpose, talent, new chapter, path, life change, share your unique gifts. I'll be honest with you. I feel like there's somebody in your immediate environment right now that sees you manifesting and changing into something very, very unique, very, very intimidating as well. Like this person, I think, realizes that they might be left out in the cold when this fully manifests. Tell me one more thing about the Nine of Wands here. sunshine. That, to be honest with you, that was like a big ass yes. Clarify the Three of Wands, please, for Aquarius point of view. Yeah, trying too hard. Yeah, there's a push and a pull here. An Aries could, yeah, an Aries could be of some sort of significance as well, and they could have other placements in their chart, but particularly have a strong placement of Aries somewhere. It could also be a Libra, because there's a lot of cardinal energy here. What is the universe's point of view of this situation? The Tower. Yeah. I told you there's something that is like gonna happen all of a sudden, heavy on the surprise for sure. And so I think your last reading was what? Titled, no, seriously, what do you want? I feel like you must have made up your mind at some point about what you want, and then that quick like moment that you made up your mind, you got a preview or you manifested something that simple. And I think you came to that realization, or somebody else seen you do it. Somebody else watched you switch up your energy or change up your mind real quick and bring in exactly what it is that you wanted. But then you revert it back to that whatever is in your immediate environment. Tell me, Mars is about to move into Aries, I believe, in the beginning of the year. Or it entered Aries not too long ago. Tell me about the Tower being here for the universe's point of view. The Moon. And again, you have the Moon and the Sun. So there's some type of off balance here. I can't say that enough. Like, the Sun and the Moon here in two different, like, oh. This will be a 90-degree angle. This is, wow, okay. So this, interestingly enough, the conjunction could also be playing a part here. Because that's kind of what's going on here. Your feelings are off kilter. You need to change your mind, change the way that you're feeling about something. And to be honest with you, I feel like you need a break from your immediate environment. Tell me about the Moon and the Tower being here, please. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. I feel like you're in a space of coming up with some type of strategy too, because that goes back. This Three of Swords, Seven of Swords is a Ten of Swords energy. I don't necessarily feel like there's been like betrayal, although that could be a factor here. I more so feel like it's the person in your immediate environment that's feeling rather betrayed by whatever elevation or change or whatever it is that you're going through. Ace of Pentacles here on the bottom of the deck, or on the top of the deck, and then you have the Six of Pentacles in the Hierophant. Yeah. How does all of, you know what, let me use a different deck of cards. You guys can still, oh, see, it's still too bright. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think it's reflecting out of the window. Okay. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords being here for Aquarius. The Four of Wands. So this is an entirely different deck. Yeah, your position hasn't changed in this situation yet, and I think that that's primarily the problem. You have the Knight of Cups here, but in this particular deck, where the Knight of Cups normally is racing in to give some type of romantic offer or gesture or whatever the case may be, I get a sense of regret here of offering something romantic to somebody. Then you have the Five of Wands with the Strength card here. Like I told you, there's some type of courage that needs to be summoned. I turned on the solar plexus chakra music before I started this reading, there could definitely be something going on with your solar plexus, your self-esteem, confidence, just having the willpower, energy, or whatever the case may be to move this ship forward. Tell me one more thing about the Four of Wands being here. The Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is all you think about day and night, honestly, about how to change some type of position, how to achieve some level of success, how to release something, to let something go, to come to some conclusion, or whatever the case may be. I feel like you've been fighting against this for a while now. Yeah, the Nine of Cups with the Sun. You're trying to figure out exactly how to get what it is that you desire, what it is that you want. There's a level of meditation that I think some of you guys would benefit from. Now you have the Sun here. Tell me about the Sun. The King of Pentacles. This could definitely be directly related to a Leo. I feel like this is your energy though. What type of action should Aquarius be taking? Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles. So if you've been discouraged about investing in something, I think that now's the time. Wow, with the Star. And the Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely some level of going after what it is that you want or desire to come from this situation. The Ten of Pentacles often, for me as a reader, is like an all-in type of vibe, okay? When we talk about all of the earth energies, right, one at a time, when we start with Capricorn, it being the actual cardinal sign. Capricorn is all about building the foundations of things. That's a vibration of 4. It's like you can't build a house without first securing the 4 corners of a foundation. And I feel like that's either where the process that you're at or concluding or completing right now. And for whatever reason, I feel like you were working at some type of foundation for something that you desire, but you had someone else helping you or contributing to this situation. And then right when like the concrete was curing, this person dipped out on you, had the foundation shaken, everything got rocky. And so I think you're trying to figure out, well, how do I manage this all on my own? So back to what I was saying with Capricorn, it's like that's an energy of perfecting the foundation or whatever the case may be. That's an energy of actually planting seeds, right? Where Taurus is more of a slow moving energy, right? It's like that vibration of the concrete being actually cured, stable, right? With the King of Pentacles here with the Four of Wands, that's where you are, trying to get the foundation of something secured. When we talk about Virgo, Virgo is very, very practical, very much so pays a like close attention to the details, can be highly critical as well. But when you get to the Ten of Pentacles, which is the last arcana of Virgo energy, that's all in. Like Virgo would have explored all the fucking wrongs, rights, possibilities. Like what's going to happen if we go left? What if I go right? What if I bust a U-turn? Like that's like, this is an all-in energy over here. Queen of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles too. Like you... Some of you guys, like, you just simply want to be happy at home. That would make you happy. Tell me one more thing about this energy here, Spirit. Follow your bliss. Yeah, do what inspires you. Creativity, new direction, heart meets mind, no fear-based decisions. And then you have why. Shaking your head in disbelief, frustrated, annoyed, focus on the solution rather than the problem. Again, this is very much so a Saturn energy. It's like Saturn is possibly already starting to shake certain things up in your life, particularly your foundations, people in your immediate environments, connections, whatever the case may be. And instead of you realizing that this is indeed what you asked for, you're teetering and you're seeing both sides of it. This is so deep. It's like you are seeing like, oh, this is falling apart. You know, that might work if this actually falls apart, because then I don't have to do the work of tearing this down to build what it is that I want, that I desire. And then when you start to imagine for a brief moment, like you go into this blueprint mindset of building something new, and then you go back to like the stages of demolishment. I don't know why I'm feeling like the stages of grief too that some of you guys might be experiencing. This is really, really deep. I'm almost like out of breath, honestly. What else does Aquarius need to know about this situation, Spirit? Whoa. So you have the Two of Swords. Then you have the Two of Pentacles here. Make up your mind. The Two of Pentacles flew out over here. That's typically about sharing or communicating, having some type of lighthearted exchange with an individual. And I feel like you've gone back and forth about saying something, approaching something, doing something, investing in something, and you're back at this Two of Swords energy where you're kind of like looking within and you're like, I don't know. And some of you guys may be seeking advice from people in your immediate environment, and this is actually creating more of a blockage than it is creating a pathway. Okay, I want to pick some of these up. Ooh, Aquarius, this is a lot. Okay, 31 minutes in. This is still recording. Cool. Ooh, I hope nobody called me. I really should have put this damn thing on airplane mode, because in Taurus reading, I was just talking and recording, and I thought it was recording, and then it just cut off because somebody called me. Of course, nobody ever calls me until I get ready to do something that I want to do. And that's probably how you feel about I just went off on a rant. That's probably how you feel about something. Like, don't nobody ever want to be bothered with me until I don't want to be bothered, you know? Tell me one more thing about how Aquarius should be approaching this situation. You have the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups. That is heavy. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. Yeah. There's something that you realize to be either like toxic. I think for a long time you've been more concerned about what whoever's involved with this. Let me ask, matter of fact, whoever's involved with this, you've been more concerned about how you're going to make that person feel if you back out or, you know, decide not to be involved anymore or something of that effect. Oh, these are marigolds. That's a Leo energy. Yeah, it's an energy of the sun as well. This being broken, there's definitely maybe a commitment that has been broken too, or you're about to break one. That's your approach, possibly backing out on something that you said you were gonna do. Especially if it's weighing on your heart, like how I feel, like where I could barely fucking breathe. Like, don't do it. Who is involved here in this situation? Yeah, could be a Libra. Could be an Aries. Could be a Capricorn, a Cancerian. Four of Swords. Could be a family member also too. Possibly someone that's at a distance of some sort. Like this is a person who you don't see physically every day, but this could be someone who you text, call, exchange messages with. Also could be an ex. Tell me one more thing about who's involved here with the Four of Swords. please, for Aquarius. What? It's the Hermit. Okay. I can't even. That was the Hermit that just hit the ground. I don't even know how to consider that. This is possibly not the person that has been in silence. It's, like I said, a person that you've been communicating with. Tell me one more thing. Yeah, it could definitely be a cardinal sign. But like it's possibly someone who you're committed to. Okay. Aquarius, when I say like I am so uncomfortable doing this reading right now, it's not even funny. What's the outcome, Spirit, for Aquarius? The universe. Yep. Something is over. You have Justice here on the bottom of the deck with the 6 of Cups. Yeah. You got to let something go. This is the same energy and resilience. Leaving, letting something go. Except this time it seems as though you're leaving by choice. Like with this energy over here, it's like being dragged off. The universe, Justice. Some of you guys, some type of closure that you're waiting on in a situation is not going to happen. It's just time for you to close that chapter. Tell me about the 6 of Cups thing here. The 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, wow, and the 3 of Wands is back out here. This is very much so an energy of going through some type of separation to come together. Allowing something to be torn apart so you can put something back together. I just can't stop. Tell me about the universe and Justice here. The Ace of Swords and the Fool. With completion, with the 4 of Wands finally out here. The 3 of Cups. You know what? Immediately when this Ace of Swords and the Fool came out, this is your energy. It was like, no, Aquarius gets it now. Okay, good. That's what I'm here for. Because, woo, Aquarius, this energy is heavy. What is the advice for Aquarius? What is the... You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Externally, you have balance, spirituality, and practicality. This particular card, new moon in Cancer. Oh, is the new moon in Cancer? I don't know if it's in Cancer or Gemini. One of the moons for the new year is definitely in either Cancer or Gemini. This is going back to like that full moon energy. Like whatever it is that you've been afraid to release, it's okay. It's really okay. Okay, Aquarius, that's your reading. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, especially if this reading resonates. If you guys want to book a personal reading, you can do that on my website. And I wish you guys love and light with this situation. Please don't be too hard on yourself. You know, I don't know why this book my sister told me about, and I haven't even read it yet, but it's coming to mind. And I just know the title, and it's mostly the title that I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to buy that book. But the title of it is The Body Keeps the Score. And so just keep that in mind. That itself is a whole conversation, a whole statement. But definitely I feel a vibration of like the body keeps the score. Like be very mindful of what you're anxious about, what you're concerned about, what you're allowing to consume your energy and your life force at this time. Okay, bye.